Good morning and a warm welcome. I am Pradosh Sharma and you are watching News Flash. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached out Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge on Sunday to check on his health after Kharge fell ill during an election rally in Jammu and Kashmir's Kathua. Despite this setback, Kharge resumed his speech saying he would only die after defeating PM Modi in the elections. A terrorist was killed in an ongoing operation in Kathua district of Jammu and Kashmir, raising the death toll to 2. The operation in Kok Mandli village, Pilawar Tehsil, continued for a second day with security forces searching for 3 to 4 foreign terrorists. The Congress demanded resignation of Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman after a case was filed regarding the now scrapped electoral bond scheme. They called for a Supreme Court monitored SIT probe, alleging the scheme undermined democracy. Israel's military claimed to have killed senior Hezbollah official Nabil Kaok in an airstrike, though Hezbollah did not immediately respond. Kaok was a key Hezbollah leader closely tied to its senior commander and engaged in terrorist activities against Israel. Iran's IRGC confirmed the death of Commander Abbas Nilfaroshan in an Israeli airstrike on Beirut. The attack also killed Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. Nilfaroshan had served as a senior military advisor and was a deputy commander of IRGC operations. Scientists suggest that India's Chandrayaan-3 mission likely landed in one of the moon's oldest craters formed during the Nectarian period, dating back 3.85 billion years. This discovery, based on satellite images, adds to the mission's scientific significance. 5 security personnel were injured in Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district after a pressure IED planted by Naxalites exploded. The incident occurred during a demining exercise in the Taram area aimed at locating and neutralizing IEDs. PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti cancelled her campaign on Sunday in solidarity with Lebanon following Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah's death in an Israeli airstrike. Mufti expressed support for the people of Lebanon and Palestine in a social media post. A video of mass protesters in Canada draping a Palestinian flag on the statue of Maharaja Ranjit Singh sparked outrage within the Indian community. The Hindu American Foundation condemned the act as a hate crime against the revered Sikh emperor. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar stated that the ills Pakistan sought to spread are now consuming its society. He emphasized that resolving the India-Pakistan issue hinges on Pakistan vacating the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir and abandoning terrorism. 2 unidentified terrorists were killed and 5 security personnel were injured in an encounter in Kulgam, Jammu and Kashmir. The encounter took place in Adigam village, where security forces launched a search operation following intelligence reports. Austria's far-right Freedom Party FPO led the ruling Conservatives in Sunday's national vote, according to ORF projections. Despite the lead, it remains uncertain whether the FPO will form a government as postal votes and final counts are pending. Nepal's capital Kathmandu saw residents return to their flood-ravaged homes after deadly monsoon floods killed at least 170 people. Flash floods over the weekend devastated entire neighborhoods with rivers overflowing and major highways severely damaged. In response to the IMF demands, Pakistan announced reforms including abolishing 150,000 government posts and closing 6 ministries. These changes are part of the conditions set under the US $7 billion loan deal aimed at reducing administrative expenditure. Israel claimed its airstrike in Beirut, which killed Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, also eliminated over 20 Hezbollah militants. These individuals were said to be managing Hezbollah's operation under Israel from an underground headquarters. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar emphasized that the only issue between India and Pakistan is the return of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir to India. He made this clear during his address at the United Nations General Assembly, rejecting Pakistan terrorism. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealed that the assassination of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah was essential to achieving Israel's war goals. Netanyahu stated that Nasrallah's death would prevent Hezbollah from rebuilding its capabilities. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.